Join Evan, Angie, Millie, and Ellie as we hit the road in midlife going from the middle of nowhere to Seattle, Washington. Are we crazy? Hit subscribe and watch us succeed. Episode 4, Seattle Neighborhoods. What is important to us? Obviously, we are not leaving behind Millie and Ellie, and I learned in college hiding a dog is impossible. Topmost priority is finding a dog-friendly apartment. Proximity to work and play, where are we going to park the car, how much can we afford, and personal safety both day and night are also all considerations. Notice we did not mention space, washer, dryer, or other amenities which would be commonplace in Midwest hunts. We understand a smaller apartment with less amenities is likely to find a place we can afford who accepts dogs and is close to all the cool stuff. With all this in mind, we have narrowed the hunt to the top 5 contenders. First up is Pioneer Square. This is an older, walkable neighborhood with brick buildings and cafes with patio seating. Pros include proximity to water and work. Cons are no nearby parking or grocery. Belltown is next up. Belltown is where Pike's Market is located. This is a busy neighborhood, lots of people and things to see and do. This neighborhood has a grocery store, Target, and Ross. Belltown also has several conveniently located Amazon Go groceries. Pros include proximity to the pier and people watching, both of which are great for hosting guests. Cons are rental prices and nearby parking. Queen Anne is a great neighborhood with the best grocery store and most reasonable rent. This neighborhood also offers city on-street parking permits for a reasonable cost. Con is location at the top of a steep hill, decreasing walkability to and from the pier and Pikes Market areas. Lake Union is the newest, hippest neighborhood. This area hosts both Google and Amazon campuses with a much younger crowd of neighbors. Lake Union water activities are a pro. Con is distance from central downtown area, both for sightseeing and working. Last but not least, the International District. This area has lots of restaurant options, includes a nice hostel where guests can stay affordably, and is within walking distance to all transit options. Cons are after dark safety, and this location is downhill from Center City, making the work commute a little tricky on a bicycle. A couple other considerations. Transit is a big one. We plan to take one car and leave the other behind. The car may or may not remain parked downtown. Depending on the neighborhood we choose, it could end up parked outside the city and used solely for weekend trips. Seattle has bus, streetcar, water ferry, light rail, Uber, and city bike options. Pets are allowed on all forms of transit, including the island ferries to and from the city. Things to do is important as we are planning for only a year or two before settling back in Kansas. Proximity to downtown activities while keeping the vehicle for weekend trips will allow us the opportunity to enjoy the best of what Seattle has to offer in the city as well as nature away from town. Stay tuned for episode 5, Angie's Home and We Are Packing.